This thing. Apparently the government owns this because it's called a blue zone, and this right here is a new secret project that we acquired. What is up, guys? So in today's video, it's going to be a little bit different. I feel like it's the perfect time to give you guys a full update of the whole entire garage, also the farm. We got some pretty major things going on over there, and we got some top secret projects going on behind the scenes. We might kind of give you guys some clues and some hints onto what that could be right there. So it's gonna be a pretty exciting day, and we're gonna start with the giveaway GT3 right here that we just finished up because we didn't really get to rip it along with you guys. So I think that'd be really cool to just take it for the streets and just show you guys what this thing is all about. And also, before this video gets started, I do want to mention we're doing an awesome throw-in. We've been doing this every once in a while. We're gonna do, I think, the most epic Rolex we have ever done, and we're throwing this into one random order placed on goonsquad.com the next 36 hours only, guys. Look at that right there. This is an all original Rolex Submariner Starbucks right there. This sucker is beautiful. We wanted to kind of get something that would match that right there. So check it out. Check out goonsquad.com. You might get this beautiful Rolex right here, or you might get that GT3 plus 50 grand in cash. But anyways, let's go ahead, hit the road, and rip this GT3. Hey, what are you doing? Hey, that's the throw-in Rolex.
I had to wear it. You know,
you only got 36 hours with it, dude.
That's a beautiful Rolex right there. I don't know what the suspension's on. Track. We'll put it in sport.
Dang, that's sick. Oh my God! Dang, son, that sounds sick.
Hey, man, it's got to be one of the best sounding cars out there.
Dude,
right now.
literally sounds like a street bike.
It does. That sounds so good.
And those shifts sound so good too.
Shifts are just perfect, dude.
Wow, we're about to take this thing to a tunnel.
Can't get enough of it, honestly.
Sounds so crispy. That Valvetronics exhaust, man.
The exhaust makes it, dude. Makes
Cherry
it
on top, man.
Oh, yeah.
Got some sharp turns coming up right here. Dude, hugging it, straight up hugging it.
Nothing.
Dang, sticking. Hugging them turns.
What?
That's what I'm talking about. Dude, these seats feel so good. This is perfect for these turns. Comfortable too.
Dude, I can definitely tell that there's some rear steer going on because
Really? You
like,
can feel it?
when I'm taking it sharp, it like just wants to go even more, you know what I mean? There's no way.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. There's no way that it's making this
Effortless, dude.
Dude, I feel like a professional like race car driver now, you know what I mean?
Man, it sure sounds like it, dude.
Dude, that was amazing. I can literally do that all day long.
Alright, so the GT3 is an absolute unit, and the only thing this really needs is pretty much a tune. It doesn't really need it, but I think we want it because we want that extra 100 horsepower just to make it a little louder, maybe give it some flames. I think that would be super awesome. And maybe we'll change the calipers, maybe color match it. But other than that, we're gonna move on to this Porsche over here. So instead of updating you guys on the inside of the shop, like with the Senna and all that stuff, we actually wanna update you guys real quick on this Porsche. So this one is 100% finished up. We actually just took it to a shop that tuned it to 700 horsepower. So this is a twin turbo. This thing is an absolute missile. I mean, it spins the tires, I think, like all the way up to 4th gear. So this is our personal Porsche that we're keeping right here. We're actually gonna rip it to the farm where we're gonna update you guys over there. We got some pretty major stuff going on, and we kind of just wanna show you guys what the next plan is and what the next step is. So let's hop in this sucker and let's fly on over there. Doesn't look quite as nice as the GT3, but honestly, it's still sick, you know what I mean?
Oh, dude.
I feel like the GT3 is a little more comfortable because it has like the original shocks. This one has just lowering springs on it. So.
Lowering springs. Seats don't feel different, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, that's true. Actually, yeah, these seats are not that much more comfortable. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. They don't feel any different, but...
Well, hey, it's still a sick car,
still
man.
Porsche.
Handles amazing. We need to have both of them racing each other. But the crazy thing is, if you watch the traction light, it's going to be flashing all the way up until like 4th gear.
Oh, always. It's always flashing. That's crazy. I mean, how much power this thing puts down, but it's easy to get power out of these Porsches.
It really is. Off-roading the Porsche, I know what he's trying to do. He's trying to spin this thing. Traction off?
Everything's off. I don't know. I think it kicked back on.
Dude, this looks like a recipe for disaster. This is going straight into the turbos.
Alright guys, we made it here to the most difficult part of our property, which is here in this little valley where the first field crosses over to the second field, which that's our racetrack over there. But this is kind of giving us a problem because we have a little stream apparently that goes underneath us whenever I think rains or heavy storms. There's some water that flows here, and in order for us to put a culvert here to just build the road all the way up to the other field, you got to pull some permits. So we pulled some permits. We got some engineered drawings of what we have to do over here because apparently the government owns this because it's called a blue zone, and this ain't ours, this stream. So you got to build something that the government wants you to build here in order for that water to flow properly. and it's going to cost us around $50,000, which
Dude.
is just insane. What the heck? For 50 grand, you can build a nice garage out here. You know what I mean?
Exactly, dude. Because literally, honestly, there's really no stream here. There's just, it's like almost like just wetlands. I don't even see the stream, but the state owns this stream right here. And in order to cross it for us to get heavy equipment over there, you know, we want to put in a solid driveway.
Yeah, we want to do the same stuff, you know, the chert, throw it down, bulldoze it, make it nice and clean all the way over there. But they said that you can't go over this without building a proper culvert.
Let's just build a bridge. David, you know how to build
One
bridges?
of those highway bridges. Just get some concrete pillars. We can do it ourselves too.
Dude, but that would probably still be super expensive. And you still got to pull permits for that. This has just been super just difficult to just get past this right here.
Kind of what's been holding us back for quite some time, which we do have another plan. Instead of building a garage over there where the racetrack is, we could build it on this field. Will be way easier. We don't have to do no extra stuff. We'll just build a nice garage. We kind of have an idea where we want to put it. Then we can still use that as a racetrack right there.
Dude,
you know
we even already got the plans for this garage.
We already bought it.
We'll probably show you guys. So sick. I think that's what we should do. Instead of, let's first build a shop over there. And
then
we
can have our race cars in there. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Get them prepped and ready for the actual race. So the original plan was putting that building somewhere right here in the middle, like in the woods, like right on the edge. We're going to clear it out, which would have been ideal, honestly. But since that is kind of slowing us down, we don't really want to wait too long. But the other plan is once we build over there, we can even put a bigger building, you know, out here, which would be super nice as well, you know?
Yeah, we always need space, extra space. You can't go wrong. Yeah, maybe this will be like more of like a warehouse. We're gonna run the track one time.
Hopefully we don't roll this big thing over.
Oh, this thing is made for this right here. Pursuit vehicle. One of the next challenges or obstacles while we're racing Subarus should be police maneuver where you can pit maneuver somebody.
Oh yeah. Man, we need a e-brake in this thing.
Hydro brake in the cop car.
Hey.
Oh my. Ooh.
Pull over, sir.
Getting dusty.
Oh, she's
Is
big.
this thing not all-wheel drive?
No, I turned it off.
I'm getting away from this thing in my Subaru, I'll tell you that.
Not if I do this right here. Not if I do that. You see my hip movement?
Dude, this thing needs a Whipple. Put a Whipple on this thing, dude.
Oh, for real.
Golly.
Come on.
Alright guys, so I think we just came up on our new location right here. It's pretty flat, pretty big right here, so we wouldn't have to move any dirt or anything. So Simon's gonna throw up the plans on the screen and show you guys the glass door and stuff. We're just trying to figure out a way to place it and which way it should face. Probably face towards the road, maybe right here, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Just so we can pull in and out, you know, it'd be easier in the long run.
Absolutely. Either face this road or face that road right there, you know, and it'd still be along our driveway here. So I think that's a good idea, dude.
Perfect. You drive down the driveway, go into the garage, work on your car, and then go straight to the track.
Exactly. Yeah. And as you guys can see the plans, they have a nice little glass wall.
Pretty big glass wall. It's gonna look good. That was the plan, was to face that towards the track so you kind of watch people drive the track, but it's gonna look good as out here as well. You know, you can face the field, see the horses, you know, all the good stuff. There's no bad angle. There's no bad angle, and we can incorporate that glass wall on another future building over there, right? Yeah, for sure. So later on, once we do the little bridge or the culvert, we can go on that side and probably put up a little bit bigger building and do like a glass front as well, you know? Yes, sir. So I guess that's the plan right now. I think we're gonna go ahead and start making a move on it. Let's head back, dude. Let's do it. This thing. This thing looks fun. Hold up now. That's good. The heck is this rust bucket? Hold up. Go to the front. You're not seeing what's important, dude. Where's the interior at? $10,000, dude. $10,000, 6.0 LS. Oh my goodness. Now we got a plan. This is not what we're keeping here. We're gonna take this and put it into something. That looks scary. Don't make fun of it too soon, dude. Buddy, what is this? $10,000, dude. That's what this is. Okay, there's a little trick you gotta be able to do with this thing. What the heck? Look at this. We got a bunch of extra chromoly up in here. Dang, chromoly, that's rust on me.
What do you think, dude?
I don't know. I think the blow off is in here because it just blew my hair back. Unless we blew a line or something.
What do you think it is?
I don't know, dude. Is that an S10?
It's a Toyota.
Toyota?
Thing's a beast. This 6.0 LS. This is exactly what's in the
Thing's not a
UPS
beast.
truck.
Maybe the engine is.
That's what I think. I think it's a beast. What do you see under there, Zach?
It's leaking some transmission fluid.
A little bit of transmission fluid. Ain't nothing too crazy.
A little bit of fluid everywhere, you know?
You think it's worth 10 grand, Zach? What do you think?
I mean, it's all about smiles, not miles. So.
Right? This is what you called an unfinished project. Well, hey.
Don't finish this project.
Well, that's why we bought it. We're not going to finish this project. We're just taking the motor, the turbo, and we're putting it into UPS. Hey, anything you got that's $10,000, line it up against me right now. And let's put $10,000 on it.
Yeah, let's do a 24-hour race, see which one lasts.
Dude, this thing will last. You're just scared. It's an LS. They don't ever die.
Or the seat brackets are just like...
This thing's a piece of junk. Guys, $10,000, $10,000. Look at this. Dude, you can't polish a turd, can you?
You can't, man. It's so crazy because the guy who was selling it would not budge. And
He
we
would
were
not.
like, maybe it's a good thing. It was far away, so we sent Pops his way. And we should have probably listened to Pops. You could have got a whole new engine for around $10,000. But the idea was to just drop it into that thing and make that thing a beast.
So yeah, that's I guess kind of one of the future projects that you guys can expect at UPS Truck. We have been working on getting parts, and
Yep.
maybe we'll even get a souped up motor, just drop it in into
Maybe
that thing.
just a drop-in motor. That would be pretty awesome.
Yeah, we want that thing to be able to do burnouts and just sound insane. You know, we're gonna do like some nice livery
Fastest
on it.
UPS truck out there, you know what I mean?
Fastest UPS truck in the world.
Maybe.
Coming right up.
All right, most important, pretty much the biggest project to date is the center right here. And this project is just insane. I mean, ordering parts is a project of its own. We figured that out really quickly because of the rarity of this car. And honestly, you can't really just go buy new parts very easily. Luckily, we were able to find a couple used parts here and there. Got parts trickling in left and right. But I mean, the rear end, dude, let's just go over the rear end. I mean, the rear end we thought was difficult. Pulling that motor out, putting everything together, that was easy. I mean, but look at it, it's almost done. We're still waiting on like the lower diffuser, or I think we already got it in, right?
Yeah, I think we got that.
We got the lower diffuser, we got the bumper. I think we got everything to finish off this rear end. We can just literally bolt that together, but we're gonna wait until we get all the carbon done back there. But the front end, since we're missing the whole entire front end, you can't just get some diagrams from McLaren and figure out what you're missing. It's very difficult to do that. And honestly, if you look up like brake lines or something like that, it'll just show you the brake lines. It won't show you like the brake lines on the car or anything like that, like most manufacturers have. It's a little bit more difficult, but we're doing what we can. I mean, we're working on this thing every day, even if we're working on other projects.
100%. There's always parts trickling in. Yeah, we're always trying to focus on just ordering more parts. Like we got a list right here. We just recently found actually a guy that's rebuilt, I think like 2 of these.
Yeah.
And those pictures have been more helpful than the McLaren the McLaren diagrams.
Oh,
you know?
100%. He even showed us like the front end taken apart, and we found out that there's a massive radiator that goes here that we didn't even know about. So good stuff to have right there. That's why this has been taking quite some time just trying to figure everything out. You know?
And that guy is actually going to send us some more detailed pictures, so
Yes.
that's really going to help us even more. But yeah, basically the front end, the most difficult part of rebuilding this car is coming together.
Yeah, once we have all the parts, dude, that's gonna be easy. We're just gonna slap everything on here, paint the stuff, get the carbon work done, you know, get the carbon guy back out here. And dude, I mean, we have a center right here. This is gonna be crazy. Seeing this thing driving. We haven't even heard this thing start up. Just wild stuff. I mean, a McLaren Senna is insane of its own.
Exactly. So I can't wait to put this sucker on the road.
Oh, yeah.
It's coming here real soon.
That's going to be fun.
All right, so we got two keepers over here, the Dodge Viper TA and the Corvette ZR1 right here. As for the TA, it's perfect the way that it is. 100% done. That's definitely going to be the ones that we rip at the track at the farm. That's going to be super fun to time it. I think this might be our fastest car on the track, dude.
I don't know. We got some pretty fast cars.
Maybe the Porsches might be able to keep up. But see, that's the type of fun stuff that we want to do out there. As for the ZR1, it's more going to be like a drift car pretty much. You know, the only thing that this one needs is a refresh suspension. So the suspension that's on it, you know, the previous owner definitely tracked it, abused it. That stuff is already wore out. So we just need to upgrade all the suspension. This thing will be top notch. So for this Viper TA right here, we already called the winner, and he's actually coming out next week to pick up his Viper and also the Ram 2500. It's going to be super awesome to see his reaction. I'm super pumped about throwing that party, and he's going to definitely enjoy this right here, and it's going to change his life.
Out of all the builds, this is the most epicest, most powerful. What else do you guys say? Favoriter
Insane.
of our builds right here. So we're gonna turn it into a gaming chair.
And as for David's GTR right here, dude, we are definitely not getting rid of it.
That's
man.
right. David's dream car right here. Definitely not getting rid of it. But hey, we'll let you test drive it.
Perfect.
Hey,
dude.
we'll race for pink slips up against your STI.
Uh-oh.
What about that, dude? You better build that thing. But dude, definitely a keeper right here. This is one of those projects that we take to the farm, park it in the barn dominium, and it's ready to hit the track whenever we want to hit it. I mean, the only thing that this thing needs is that 700 horsepower package, which we got it, the injectors, the tune. But other than that, appearance-wise, it's perfect. And I don't think we want to sell this because the amount of time and money that we put into this thing, honestly, we definitely need to get our usage out of this before we get rid of it. So another keeper. All right, so as for the Aston Martin project right here, I'm honestly not too excited about it just because there's not really much hype behind these cars right here. They do look amazing. It's a twin turbo V8, but I don't know, man, just something about it just doesn't get me too excited. But I feel like once we get it done, I'm gonna really enjoy it. So the only issue that we're having right now is parts are super expensive and parts are super difficult to get. I mean, you would think Aston Martin, it's kind of like a $100,000 car. You can get parts for it pretty easy, but that's not the case. The parts list that we got was $70,000. So the best option that we have is to find a wrecked one, maybe something smashed in the rear, and just take all the front end parts off of it and just fix this car up. I mean, what we really need is just like body panels. We need a whole entire dash as well. This thing, it looks sick, but honestly, I don't know how it competes like compared to some of the other V8s. Like maybe that Mercedes right there. I think they have the exact same motors. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the same exact motor. This car actually has a little bit more power and torque. But other than that, I mean, I think there's parts we could snatch off of there and slap on there if we had to.
Put that whole front end on this thing.
What?
But no, honestly, once this car is done, I think it's going to be a blast, and we're going to put it to the test at the farm. So that's the goal, is all the completed cars that are here are going to go to the farm and just going to be enjoyed there. And all the stuff that needs to get worked on is going to be here, and it's just going to allow us to be a lot more productive. As for the AMG GTS, I think, with a GTR kit on it, this thing is a beauty. So the only thing that this thing needs is a headlight programmed, and then the power steering, I think, needs to get reprogrammed or something. So it's definitely a dealership thing. We just need to make the time to run it out there. But other than that, I mean, it's a beautiful, beautiful car. The color, just overall, the whole car turned out so awesome. And we drove it a little bit. It's super comfortable, super like just like connected to the road car. So it's going to be an awesome car at the track and just all around. So definitely going to look forward to enjoying this. And as for this right above it right here, the Tesla, it's going back to Copart, honestly. I think we're going to take it back to Copart and just put it up for auction and let it just get sold, or we might sell it to somebody that we know. But it's going out of here. We don't need that electric junk right there. All right, so for these three vehicles right here, we're gonna go ahead and start with the Mustang. Definitely gonna hold that sucker in the fleet because it's just our OG Mustang, and it can be used for anything. We can track it, drift it, drag strip it. This thing is just awesome. It does need a little bit of love, so I think once we find some time for that, we're definitely gonna, you know, maybe change a few things about it, but definitely gonna get cleaned up, and it's gonna be stored at the farm. This SV right here, I don't know if we told you guys, but we are going to return it to SV original kit, and we're going to do it in a very awesome way. It might make a lot of you guys mad, but I think it has to be done. So just stay tuned for that. This definitely is gonna get some love. It's gonna be returned to original SV. It's gonna be clean when it's all said and done. It's just gonna go through a little process of fire and brimstone, something like that. But up there we got the, what do you even call that thing? Ford GT wannabe up there. That's the kit car right there. It's got a sick motor in it. Definitely gonna actually, that thing's done. It's gonna be tested as well at the farm. So these things are gonna stay in the fleet. All right, so let me just take you guys through this big old mess that we got out here. Honestly, it's so difficult to keep this place clean. Although we do a cleanup pretty much every single day, it's just that you get stuff just moved around constantly. And we got something right there. That's a top secret project. I'm not even supposed to be showing that to you guys. Honestly, I might have to blur it out, so don't show them too much. But we got a ton of Senna parts over here. Honestly, man, stuff just builds up like from every project. That's why we really need to have a location for finished stuff and stuff that's work in progress. So I think the farm is the perfect thing for that. So once the Senna is done, that's when we like to throw away or get rid of the stuff that's, you know, the projects that are done, all the extra parts. But anyways, let's go over here. We got the Camaro here. We kind of mentioned it before. We are going to pretty much drop this thing off at a shop that's going to complete it 100%. Just make sure everything is just, you know, perfect the way that it's supposed to be. That way we can enjoy this car. That'd be cool, honestly, at the track as well. If you get like a new frame, new suspension, we might go that crazy with it. But that's not our expertise, you know, custom fab work. We're all about rebuilding. We can rebuild anything. It's just when it comes to customization, it really takes up a lot of our time, and we'd rather have somebody else do it. So that's that. And then we got the kit car right here. Definitely, you know, this is made for, you know, racing and stuff. So gonna be a keeper. We built it from scratch. Gonna be a fun little toy just to have. All right, so a lot of you guys probably seen us just recently finish up the twin turbo Audi R8. We did some custom powder coat. This thing is an absolute machine, and we're definitely gonna just keep it because, you know, it's one of those cars you can get in and just rip on the weekend, and it's a showstopper. I mean, it looks beautiful, so we just can't find it in our hearts to get rid of it just yet. So gonna be insane also on the track. Everything we got is going on the track, man. It's just gonna be interesting to see how 1200 horsepower eats up the track and see if it's actually necessary to have that much power on something like that. So this thing is an absolute fun machine right here, and you're gonna see it in future videos. All right, so moving outside over here, we got our Subarus. So we are not done with these suckers. We had a fun time racing him. That's an absolute blast, but we quickly found out that you got to upgrade a bunch of stuff if you really want to go hard. So we got clutches, we got intercoolers, we got a ton of upgrades just sitting around the shop, and we're gonna pretty much just upgrade these things, and then we're gonna go back out there and do another race and maybe compete for something that's gonna make the stakes a little bit higher. We'll show you guys that in the near future, so you can definitely see us doing some more rally racing. All right, so we got our two BMWs right here. Let's go ahead and start off with the Supra, the BMW Supra here. The only reason why we haven't pretty much either got rid of it or sold it or did something with it is because we got a whole entire paperwork issue going on with this thing. So this is a salvage title. So when we bought this car, we used a company that was in business, and then later they went out of business, and we actually tried to do the paperwork after they went out of business. And that's where it became a whole issue. We sent off the paperwork to the state, and they just kept rejecting it. So we got the state inspector actually out here to help us out, and he was supposed to get the paperwork to go through, but still no luck. We're still at a standstill. So I think what we're gonna have to do is just have this as a drag racing car only, off-road. Just build it up to 1,000 horsepower. It's probably gonna make you sad, David. What do you think?
Hey man,
You gonna love it?
1,000 horsepower Supra, I'm gonna love it.
David loves Supras, GTRs. That's his favorite vehicle. So yeah, we might actually do that because we can't sell it or get rid of it. So we have to. But anyways, as for this BMW, the M3 turned out perfect. I mean, it's beautiful. The matte paint inside, all the carbon fiber, but the only issue that we're having is with tuning. So before we could turn it up to 1,000 horsepower, we had to break in our upgraded clutch. And I think we might have burnt that clutch out because you're not supposed to go over 4,000 RPM. I think Elazar drove it, and he didn't know about that. And I think he done drove it like a regular car, and it's now kind of having a little bit of a, like it feels like it's out almost. So we're gonna ship this car off to Project Gamma. They know all about these M3s. They're gonna check the clutch maybe. They're gonna tune it up, help us finish this thing up, and they're gonna ship it back to us, and we're gonna enjoy this 1,000 horsepower 4-door BMW. All right, so these are pretty much the dailies right here. We got the Toyota Land Cruiser, the Bronco right here, and we got the Cadillac. And I think Elazar actually wants to sell that Toyota right there, so that might be leaving soon. This is good to have, especially at the farm right here, so that's gonna stay. And this right here is probably gonna get sold as well because it's already been enjoyed, and I think we got other vehicles that are kind of like that. So that one actually kind of been sitting for a little bit. And of course we got the cop car over there that gets used about every other day, you know, for filming rollers and stuff. And of course you got the truck right here, which is gonna leave along with that Viper.
Starting to look like Copart around here.
Dude, for real. Mopar or no car, guys. We got our Mopars lined up right here. We got the wide body Durango that used to be owned by Desi Banks, and we got it fully rebuilt, but it does have that good old Hemi tick. So we actually ended up spending like $5,000 on just lifters and cams and all that stuff. And we're actually gonna have a local shop that works on these things. They're gonna take care of that, and we'll be able to, you know, fully rip that thing around, and it's just a beautiful looking Durango. We got the Bahawk here. There will be a version 2 of this thing, so something a lot more capable. We want it just to be unstoppable, so we want to throw a ton more aftermarket stuff on it. I mean, we already made it this far, might as well crank it up even more, so that's coming here soon. Cop car, honestly, this is one of those cars that's just good to have. It's kind of like a security car, so love to have this, but I think we got to get rid of that Hemi and put in another Hemi, a Elephant in this sucker. I think that would be sick. I think this thing needs like at least 1,100 horsepower. So I think we're gonna work on that. TRX here, we actually blew out the rear axle. So if you guys don't remember, it was smashed in the rear, and I think the axle took a little hit, and eventually the bearings just wore out and it was just beyond repair. So we got to spend $7 grand to get a new axle. I mean, there's a lot of just money honestly going into these cars all the time. So it's just the name of the game, but you know what? That's what we got to do to bring some awesome content for you guys. And this right here is a new secret project that we acquired. It's an absolute insane project, and we've kind of been holding off on releasing this until we get all the parts, and we kind of want to have a series going back to back. So you're not going to want to miss this one. It's going to be just mind-blowing. I don't think anybody's ever rebuilt one of these, so stay tuned for that. So out in the back here, we still got the military truck. Gonna keep that just in case we get some heavy equipment stuck. That's the machine to go to right there. But now we got a bulldozer, so maybe we need to sell that thing. I don't know. But we still got the Jeep. Elazar selling that Jeep as well. And we actually do got some parts for the Aston Martin. So we found this for a really good deal, and we mainly needed like some of these front end pieces right here. This was like $4,000. So this glass alone, I believe, is like $4,000. Plus, I think we need this pillar, and I think we may need some quarter panel pieces. So, and we even got a dash up in here. Dang, dude. I didn't even know we had all this, so I don't know if we need a parts car anymore, but that's it for the stuff in the backpack. And as you guys can tell, we are a little just cluttered right now, but you know what? We are gonna get more organized once we get a little more storage, but I kind of wanted to bring you guys here to show you that this boat right here has been rebuilt. This thing is ready to hit the water. Also, we got the Yamaha boat and the Sprinter van at storage. We got the red F250. Elazar is actually out on the boat right now, so he's taking that. Pops has got the F450, the Ram 3500. That's top secret. We'll tell you guys what happened to that a little bit later. You'll see a video on it. Also, what am I forgetting? Oh, Ferrari's at my house, and also a G-Wagon. My wife has been driving that. So I think we updated you guys on pretty much everything that's going on in the YouTube world of Goon Squad right now. So hope you guys enjoyed. We want to just refresh your guys' memory, but we got some epic things coming your way. Definitely drop all your comments and thoughts down below. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for all the love and support. We'll catch you guys next time. Peace.